Oh, yeah. All right. I was going to play some music, but forgot. Oh, I got loud. Oops. Okay, let's just forget that. I forgot how to change the volume. Oh, gosh. Okay, set that aside. It, it's amazing. Every time I do a hangout, I only do one maybe once a month. I have to retrain myself. So we're getting set up, and I got some really exciting news. And I'm using the Hangout forum not to have necessarily live viewers, but to be able to show you my webcam and my desktop because I'll be switching back and forth. Um, I just finished the review of I think I already threw it away. No, where did I put that radio? Anyway, I just did the review of the little MP3 FM radio. That's finished. The last testing was the battery testing. It came out pretty good. And now we have some really interesting stuff. I'm going to kind of wait a little bit until the scheduled start, which is 11:15. I started a little early because sometimes it takes me 3 tries to get it working. Oh, one thing I forgot to do, I got to set up, when I'm doing a Hangout, I have to set up the chat room on another computer because it doesn't work on the computer that I'm doing the Hangout. So stand by, I got to go do that. Okay. All right. I need to do some chat. Okay. Boy, yeah, as I said, I usually take me about 10 minutes to get the chat room and everything going again. So I get the chat room going on a computer across the room. So I'll every once in a while go over there and see what people's comments are. And we have a couple comments already. Let me go look at them. Okay, so we got Terry, we got Chris, and we got Golan. All right. Like I said, I quite often use these Hangouts to use the function where I can do screen capture and webcam just by changing modes without having to start the program or run multiple programs. So I got some really exciting news. And let's see if it's 11:09. So we're going to get to the news in approximately 6 minutes because I want to wait until a scheduled start time. I appreciate everybody that's stopping by. I know this is not the best time of the day for everybody, but there's probably not a best time for everybody because I've got subscribers, throughout the world. Okay, where are we doing it? Okay, now I will ask, please, if somebody can tell me how my video, there's my hand, and my audio is. I'm a little bit away from the microphone, about that far. Yeah, about 2 feet from the microphone. That may be too far. May have to move the microphone. So let me go check the chat and see if anybody can tell me if I'm even on the air. Oh my gosh. in my excitement, I picked up a cup of old coffee from 4 hours ago. Yuck. All righty. Okay, thanks. It seems like the audio and video is doing pretty good. It's always a challenge to get that working properly. And we're going to get started here. Like I said, I got some really exciting news for both me and my viewers. And we're going to let you know what that's all about. And it definitely will help me with my show. Put it that way. Oh boy, got a bunch of comments in the chat. Let me go over there. Okay, we got Joey, Terry, Chris Jones, Mike, Brad, Owen again, and Michael. Wow. For an unscheduled hangout, this is really fantastic. Man, my luck is finally turning around. And we're going to give it a couple more minutes here. I like to at least start when I say I'm going to start. I wish, and it is, maybe it's just me, but there's another option under YouTube now where you can go directly to a live show, but I didn't see any option for switching between your camera and your desktop. So that's why I'm still going back to the old Hangouts on the air. Now, if somebody can tell me how to do that on that other one, I'd like to do it, because the other one, what it does, it gives me a working chat room on the same page that I'm seeing my broadcast, which the old Hangout, which is what I'm using, there's a chat room there, but for some reason it doesn't work. So I have to go use another computer, bring up the live broadcast, just like one of my viewers would do, and the chat room works over there. So that's where I'm at there. Oh, just kicked the camera. I'm bad about that. That's the one thing I struggle with, is my camera tripod or stand. It's not a tripod, it's a stand. Gets right in the way of me in the computer. So I've struggled with that, reaching over and trying to control things on the computer. So just a couple more minutes here and we'll get started. We got 23 viewers, probably one of the highest counts I've had on a Hangout, because I don't announce them. I did announce this one about 20 minutes before doing it, because I was uploading a show where I finished up my review of that little portable radio, and my setup, it takes quite a while to do an upload. And if I'm doing an upload, I certainly can't do a Hangout because my internet service is not that fast. Okay, I'll probably run out. I'll probably lose my voice before I actually get to the news. Let me go check the chat room and then we'll get started. Okay, I think we're good to go. It's 11:15 here in Florida. We are having a hurricane go right past us in Tampa Bay area. It's going to smash into the Florida Panhandle. I really feel for those guys up there, because it's going to be Category 3, I believe, and that's not good. So anyway, let's get on. Now, little background. If you've been watching my shows, you have seen that I've been making excuses of why I've really cut back on the number of shows I do. I typically used to do like 4 or 5 shows a week. Still not a lot, but a number. And then I've recently, past 2 months, I've cut back to like 1 show every 7 days. Pretty poor. And one of the excuses I was using is I can't find radios to review, either used or new. There's not that many available. Matter of fact, that last radio I did, wasn't really that exciting, but it was a different radio, so I bought it and did a review. Okay, as a result of that, one of my subscribers came to my rescue. Now, his name is Jeff King. He said I could use his name, doesn't mind. And he lives about, well, let me show you. Oops, I just kicked the camera. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, I kicked the camera again. Okay, let me switch to my share my desktops. First, you'll see that mirror effect, and then I'll get rid of that. Okay, there's the mirror effect. So where the heck is the thing where you, oh, here it is over here. I'll get that out of the way. This gentleman lives in and around Jacksonville, and I live down here in Clearwater. So he traveled, and here you can see it's almost 4-hour drive if you go straight through. He traveled all the way down to my house to loan me some radios so that I have something to review. Now, he had dropped off some radios to be worked on, and they were ready. So he was on this trip. He was going to stop and pick those up, and that was kind of the shop was kind of midway. So he stopped there, picked up these radios that were repaired, and then continued down to where I live. So he took that long trip. It's 4 hours one way. So both ways, that's 8 hours. I don't even like to drive 15 minutes. So I am really appreciative, and especially when you see what he brought. So let's get back. Oh, a little more about him while we're here is that, well, I keep kicking the camera, but you're not seeing it right now anyway, is he runs up in Jacksonville a detailing business. And here it is. Here he's got a Facebook page. Here's the Facebook page. Again, his name is Jeff King. He's a really nice guy. Has lots of stories to tell me. And also, he is a member because he's now, and I can't remember when he said that he was really into collecting radios. He'd been collecting radios all his life, but now he's really into it. And he's a member of this Jacksonville Antique Radio Society, which is about collecting old radios. And if I go to the right page here, oh, here's down here. Here are some pictures of it. It's a part of the Antique and More shop. And then here's it shows where they had a little get together. And look at all these antique, oh, I wish I lived up there. All these antique radios. Look at that. That is so cool. I'd have to get another off-site storage shed though. Wow. I actually have this radio here, or one like it, and it's in pretty bad shape. So that's why I've never showed it to you. It's in really bad shape. I've got one of these radios right here, which I've shown you. I don't know which model this one is. And I definitely don't have that one. I don't have that. I don't have that. Anyway, so he's a member of that, and apparently they're pretty active. I wish we had something like that here. Okay, now let's get to the super exciting news. And let's go back to the camera. So let's close this. And hopefully my camera will come back up. Yes, it did. And I'll look over at my other computer to see if that comes up. It did. Let me check the chat room. Yes, as I said before the actual start time of this show, we are in the Tampa Bay area, and the Tampa Bay area is going to get some mild winds and some rain and some high tide, above normal high tide, but nothing bad. We have lucked out once again, but I feel sorry for those people who live in the panhandle of Florida. They're going to get slammed in a couple hours, really slammed. I think 135-mile-an-hour winds. Wow, that's bad. Okay, let's move on. Now, as I said, Jeff has volunteered to loan me some of his radios for me to review on my show. And what he's planning on doing is he will come down the 8-hour round trip to where I live and bring me some more radios and take back the ones I've already reviewed. Fantastic. And I'm going to show you a little sample here of the radios he dropped off this time. This is one of them. And these are basically in the antique radio realm. They're small. He's got large radios, but he's not going to try to carry those down. He's got table model radios and he's got portable radios, some of which are shortwave, some of which are AM, some of which are AM and FM. He also has a number of newer radios, similar, or not similar, but the same as ones that I reviewed. So he's not going to bring those, of course. So here's the first one, right there. This is a perfect, shiny, perfect GE radio. It's a model 518F. It's a clock radio, AM with a clock and a connector on the back, so you can plug something into this and have the clock control it. And plus, it has many other functions. So this is one of the ones I'll review. Show you. And this is perfect. Look how shiny. This is absolutely perfect. So that's one. That's just one. Now let me see if I can set this down very carefully. I'll show you the back of it as I set it down. Here's the back of it. There is the plug, old style plug, where you can plug in an appliance, have it control it. Let me set this down very carefully. Now, I have a whole bag of little radios that he left me for review. And I'll go over those quickly, and then I'll be doing a show or multiple shows about each of the radios. Here's one right here. I didn't ever have this one. This is a GE AM and FM portable radio. It's a model 7-1150. It's almost new in the box. And I'm not going to take it out of the box right now because, again, I'll be doing a show on each of these radios. This one actually came from, at one time, from Target. It was $19.99. Pretty cool. All right, let me put that one down. And I will go back maybe to one of these during this show. I'm going to take them all out of the bag here, and then I can go through them one at a time. Oh my gosh, look at all these radios he loaned me. Unbelievable. Okay. So here's one here. This, he took some pictures with his cell phone of these radios, and the pictures didn't do them justice. I mean, these are pristine radios. Oops, let me get in the camera here. This is it Nobility? It says Nobility, 10 transistor. Again, it's flawless. AM radio. And he says this one can, believe it or not, really pick up the stations. And it weighs a ton. There's probably a ton of discrete components on a circuit board in this thing. I'll be going over that one. This is a Brownie Deluxe, model 702. Get it out of the box. A lot of these he has the box for, the original box. There it is right there. I actually have one of these. but the battery compartment is let me get on camera here. The battery compartment is really snug. It uses a 9-volt battery. And I was struggling trying to change out the battery, and I broke the battery connector. And so I can't demonstrate it anymore. This one is pristine. And Jeff mentioned that he has the same problem. He even has the manual down inside there in the original earbud. Earphone. They call them earphones back. That one's another one. That back there. And now we're getting to some really exciting radios. This one, I think at one time I had one of these, and the battery leaked and it ruined it. And this is an Emerson, and it's a model P3761 AM/FM radio. Pretty cool. Again, no dust. They're pristine, absolutely pristine. I really thank Jeff for loaning me these radios. So I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got half a dozen radios to review now. I'm gonna get this. Well, I'll put it back in the bag later. This little gem is something I've never seen. Now, I've seen most of these other ones. I've had a few of them. This is bizarre. This is actually a Texan. It's a Texan AM/FM radio. It has no built-in speaker. Let me get back in the camera here. No built-in speaker, so you have to use earbuds or plug it into an amplified speaker. They have no speaker. AM and FM. And the writing here on the top is, which you can't see, is Japanese. All this is Japanese. I think it runs on a single AAA battery. Pretty cool. So I'll be reviewing that. And I've never even seen these, although it looks fairly modern. Although it's an analog computer, analog tuner. So that's it. This is the first batch of radios. And he said he will come by about once a month. And the radios that I've already reviewed, he'll take back home and he'll loan me some other ones. He has hundreds of radios. And he gave me a list of some of his radios, which you can see it's pretty extensive. I can say some of them I already have. I've already reviewed for the duplicates. Now here's a radio this is a Grundig G6 called the Buzz Aldrin, after the astronaut. And I had one of those briefly, but the person who gave it to me said, I want you to review it and then I want you to give it away. Well, I reluctantly give it away because it was a pretty cool radio. And so I'm going to get the chance to play with one again. Got a bunch of Katos, a whole bunch of Texan, somewhere. Yeah, right here. I don't know if it's showing up on my camera. He's got Texan and he's got all these models listed. Even got the 660 and the 600, which I have, and I've done a review. So I am pretty excited, to say the least. I really thank Jeff. I can't believe that he traveled that long distance to bring me these radios. He loaned me these radios to do shows and do some reviews of these radios. And I'm overwhelmed. So let me go check the chat room, and I think I've run out of things to do, and maybe we can take one of these and just take a quick look at it. Okay, Mr. King is in the chat room. I am so thankful that you got to be on the Hangout in the chat room. I would have liked to had him on because you can have people on your Hangouts, but Jeff is just using his cell phone to connect to the internet. Actually, there is a Hangout app for cell phones. I know there's one for Android because I've used it. I don't know if there's one for Apple, which I think he has an Apple cell phone. Oh, I'm about to lose my voice. I'm so excited. Can't think of anything I want to discuss now. So we've got, like I said, we got 6 radios that he loaned me to review. He has some bigger radios. He has some tube radios. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. 518, the GE 518. I'm not sure which one that is on this list. I see several GEs, but I don't see any 518. So maybe he only put the ones on this list that he hadn't brought me already. He's also got, like I say, he's also got some big console radios, or the 1920 table radios, which were heavy wood chassis cabinet. They are what's called TRF, tune radio frequency radios. They're really hard to tune. I've seen some reviewed, but they're pretty massive. So number one, I don't think he's going to bring me any of those. And number two, I could only kind of show you it physically. I don't think I could tune it myself very well. They are hard to tune. Anyway, let me check the chat room again. Okay, Terry says he has the Hangout app on his iPad. I would assume that would run on an iPhone. So maybe I can talk to Jeff about that, and I'd like to have him on my show. He's a great guy, really interesting to talk to, which I'm looking forward to doing that more. And I think it's about a wrap. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do a spoiler and tell you about another radio I got about a week ago, and that is right here. I haven't even taken it out of the box, and this is the where's the camera? This is the Sin amateur radio handheld. This is almost like the Bofang UV5R. Very, very similar. This is the latest model. It just came out this month. I'll be doing a review of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a Hangout unboxing of this and get your inputs. That one I will plan ahead and get your inputs on this radio. I know it's, like I say, it's very similar to the Bofang. Unfortunately, you have to use the software that they give you through a link. It's not in the box to program it. And it doesn't work with the chip software that the Bofang radios work with. Different software. It looks almost identical. So that'll be coming up in the near future, probably mixed in with reviews of some of these radios. Okay. That's about it. If there's any questions, I'll stand by for a few minutes and see if there's any questions. Otherwise, we'll call it a wrap. And I want to thank Jeff one more time. It's unbelievable that I was really at a low point on my channel. I was like, should I just give up because I can't find any radios? And boom, I'm back up at the top again. So let me check the chat room. Okay, I think we are caught up. I think we're caught up. I now have no excuse as far as radios to review, that I don't do shows. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of shows upcoming about each of these radios. And more, according to Jeff, more will be coming next month. That's it. I want to thank Jeff again. I'll show you the two web pages related to Jeff, and then we'll call it a wrap. We're going to do a share here. See the mirror effect. Get that out of the way. Here is the Antique Radio Society Club he belongs to in Jacksonville. Oh, I wish we had a club like that here in Florida. I mean, here in Florida. That's in Florida. Here in Pinellas County. And then here's his website. As I mentioned earlier, he has a detailing business, which he details boats and cars for a show. A lot of his customers do go to car shows and boat shows, and he does the detailing for it. There's Jeff right there. He's a great guy. Love to talk to him. Very interesting. So I'm thinking that's going to be about it for this show. Okay, how do I close? Stop sharing. Okay, here we go. Go back to the camera. There we go. Okay. Like I said, on the Bofang Lookalike Radio, I'm going to do a live show, unboxing, doing as many things as I can with it. It's totally new to me. I've got to download the programming software, so I'll be trying to program it on the air. And it might be a pretty long show, but it should be interesting. And then we're going to review each of these radios on either one or two shows for each radio. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day. Bye-bye.